Welcome to the explainer. After a cozy fire, you're left with a bucket of ash. But is it waste or is it a hidden treasure for your garden?
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to break down the science and the secrets behind using wood ash to make your garden thrive. And we're also going to expose the critical mistakes that could actually harm your plants. First, let's look at why this gray powder has been a go-to for farmers and gardeners for hundreds of years. Now, this isn't some new gardening hack you'd find in a viral video. It's an ancient practice rooted in the very composition of the ash itself. Nature's been doing this for millennia. I mean, just think about the incredible regeneration of a forest after a wildfire. It's all thanks to the minerals left behind in the ash. So, what's actually in this gray powder that makes it so valuable for plants? Let's break down the key ingredients in this natural fertilizer. What's really interesting is where the word potash comes from. It literally refers to the old practice of making fertilizer by leaching wood ashes in a pot. This is also why potassium on the periodic table is represented by the letter K. It stands for kalium, which was the medieval Latin name for potash. Ash is absolutely packed with vital nutrients. You get a huge boost of potassium, which is fantastic for bigger flowers and more fruit. Then there's calcium, which acts kind of like the skeleton for plants, building strong cell walls. On top of that, you have a whole catalog of other essential trace minerals that act like vitamins for your plants. But here's a crucial point. It's missing one of the big three nutrients. See, when wood burns, the intense heat causes the nitrogen and sulfur to turn into gases, like nitrogen oxides, and just poof, escape into the air. So you're left with an NPK rating of roughly 0.13. That means you have phosphorus and a lot of potassium, but zero nitrogen, which is the key nutrient responsible for all that lush, leafy green growth. So it's full of good stuff. What's the problem? Well, this is where many well-intentioned gardeners make a critical mistake that can seriously harm their plants. The secret lies in its chemistry. The big catch is that wood ash is highly alkaline. Adding it to the wrong type of soil can be, as gardening expert Scott warns, catastrophic for your plants. If your soil is already alkaline, adding ash just makes a bad situation much, much worse. Think of it this way. Some plants are sweet tooths that thrive in alkaline or sweet soil, while others prefer savory, acidic conditions. Wood ash is packed with calcium carbonate, which acts just like garden lime. It neutralizes acid and raises the soil's pH, making it much sweeter. And this illustrates the core issue perfectly. In highly alkaline soil, essential nutrients like iron and manganese get chemically locked up. They might be present in the soil, but the high pH prevents the plant's roots from being able to absorb them. It's like having a locked pantry full of food. So by adding ash to an already alkaline garden, you could inadvertently starve your plants. So how do you use this powerful resource without causing harm? It's not about avoiding it, it's about using it correctly. Here's your practical, step-by-step guide. Before you even think about adding ash, you need to do one thing first: test your soil. You can get a simple, inexpensive test kit at any garden center. This single step removes all the guesswork and is the absolute key to using ash successfully and safely. Once you know your soil is suitable, meaning it's acidic or neutral, here are 4 great ways to apply it. You can add it in thin layers to your compost, which helps balance the acidity and supercharges it with minerals. You can use it as a top dressing, lightly sprinkling it on the soil in winter, allowing the rain to gently work it in. You can also mix a small amount into your potting soil for containers, or even make an ash tea by dissolving it in water for a quick liquid feed for new plants. And remember, with ash, moderation is everything. A light dusting is all you need. More is definitely not better. The general rule is about 15 to 20 pounds per 1,000 square feet, applied just once a year. To put that in perspective, that's roughly one standard fireplace ash bucket for about a 30 by 30 foot garden. This is your cheat sheet for using ash effectively. On the left, we have the sweet tooths, plants like onions, garlic, and broccoli that will thank you for the ash. On the right are the acid lovers, like blueberries, raspberries, and even potatoes. Adding ash near these can actually encourage diseases like potato scab and stunt their growth. And a few final crucial safety tips. Only use ash from pure, untreated wood, never coal, charcoal briquettes, or pressure-treated lumber, which can contain heavy metals and toxic chemicals. Store your ash in a dry, covered container, because rain will wash away all that valuable potassium. And finally, protect yourself. The dust is caustic, so wear gloves and a mask when you're handling it. We've covered a lot of ground, from soil chemistry to which plants have a sweet tooth. So let's bring it all together and distill it down into 5 simple golden rules to remember.
So, to recap, 1. Your source matters. Only use pure wood ash. 2. Test first to know your soil's pH. 3. Moderation is key. Apply it lightly once a year. 4. Target wisely, feeding the plants that love it and avoiding those that don't. And 5. Store it dry to protect those valuable nutrients. Follow these 5 rules and you'll be able to safely and effectively turn your fireplace waste into garden gold. So the next time you clean out your fireplace, don't just see a bucket of waste. See a potent blend of minerals, a tool to balance your soil, and a connection to an ancient cycle of renewal. Wood ash reminds us that with a little knowledge, the most valuable resources for our garden are often the ones we already have, just waiting to be understood.